And of course, next up here, we're going to see a featherweight clash, and Amed Elomar from Sydney and Ray Morales from Toronto via Mexico. And Elomar, a very, very exciting prospect, as his record would suggest. And here is the tail of the tape, as you can see. It is going to be a much younger Amed Elomar who takes on Ray Morales. And in terms of the tail of the tape, well, not a lot in terms of the reach, although Morales at 5'7" or 169 centimetres in the old language, certainly with an edge in height over Amed Elomar. Well, an entertaining way to start the night, a split points draw between Daniel Hoskins and Khalid Amed. And Ray Morales makes his way to centre ring here. Made a trip across with Lisa Brown, who fights for the world title a little later tonight. Kid Azteca, his name. Good amateur career where he won 28 of 38, including 12 KOs. Born in Mexico City.
And Johnny, he ended up in Ontario in Canada simply by way of the fact that he stopped there on a trip. He was backpacking around the world, and he only got as far as Ontario and had a good time over there, and he stayed there. That was in 1996. And now 32-year-old Ray Morales hasn't had a fight since September 2003 for no real reason except for the fact that he's been training, he's been working and looking towards getting a fight, but the phone just hasn't rang. And he's really delighted to be out here in Australia. He came out, he's a sparring partner of Lisa Brown, and they both train in the same gym.
And Amed Elomar, whose 3 fights have all been victories, 2 via way of knockout, decorated amateur himself, 40 wins from 55, including 15 KOs. And most recently in action on the 21st of May at Homebush, needed less than a round to dispatch Jacob Agostini.
And John, we saw that fight live here on Fox Sports, and he did that very, very well. Mr. Bad Luck, we could call Trigger, Amed Elomar, and he's a kid. I'll talk about him just a little bit later on, but he's a very good fighter.
Well, let's get the introductions now from Rick Powell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next scheduled contest is an international featherweight bout set down for 6 by 3-minute rounds. As we now introduce into the red corner, here's a native of Mexico City and currently calls Toronto, Canada his home. Tonight he weighed in at 57 kilograms with a record of 6 bouts with 3 wins, 1 by a KO, 1 draw and 1 loss. Give a warm Australian welcome to Ray Morales. Out of the blue corner this evening and fighting out of the Prize Fighter Boxing Academy in Sydney. He weighed in tonight at 56.15 kilograms. He brings to the ring a perfect record of 3 bouts for 3 wins, 2 by KO. He is trained by Billy Hussein. Let's make him welcome Amed Elomar. Your judges for this bout, Wally Lewis, Cyril Cairns and Adrian Cairns. And again, your man in the middle, Mr. Alan Moore.
Morales, thank you, sir. Gentlemen. Gentlemen, you both know what I require. Shake hands, touch cards back to the corner, enjoy yourselves. Back you go.
Alan Moore with the final instructions for Amed Elomar and Ray Morales.
Thank you.
Morales, given the fact that he hasn't seen action since September 2003, is going to have his hands full here against a very hungry fighter, a very